from? Oh, it's coming out of the oil pan. Yep, sure is. Right here. That's not too hard to fix. I'll put a rag under there for now. Maybe I could reach under there with a little wrench and tighten that up. It wasn't very tight. Might be why. It's going to be a 7/16 or a 3/8. Could be a 3/8. I mean 7/16. They might not have forgot to tighten them very much. Easy to do. I might want to lay down on something so I can reach up under there. That thing sounded good, didn't it? Oh yeah. I'll bring you all down here. You can watch me. So my oil leak is right up here on the top of the oil pan. Give me a little longer extension and put on that. And I'll also put something in that oil puddle so I don't get it on my arm. There is no oil pan gasket. There's no oil pan bolts in 3 of these holes under here. No, not in area 1. Huh. Imagine that. I put some in there. That would explain it leaking, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. These are tight over here. Let me get me some oil pan bolts and put in that. I should have some in my little package over here. I suppose I could turn y'all off while I'm crawling around under the motor here. So she was leaking oil, and I looked up under and she was missing about 5 or 6 oil pan bolts. So, so I stuck them back in there, and I called Bill. He's going to come over and hear it run. I think I can take this timing light off now. And oh boy, I'm happy. That sounds real good. Yeah, sounds real good. I'm happy. So, Honey maybe said it's loud, and I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, it is loud because it don't have any mufflers on it. She said it's going to be that loud in the Rambler. And I said, no, don't get in the Rambler. We'll have mufflers on it and stuff like that, you know. But yeah. She's making faces because it was too loud. Hurts your ears. I get that, you know. That could be a thing. I mean, you know, guys like to hear our motors run, rumble, rumble. But, you know, girls not always so much. Shouldn't call her a girl. She's a woman. She don't always like being called a girl, I don't think. But, you know, all of that. So, I opened the door and turned the heater off, and got a little chilly-ish in here, so I'm going to put my sweater on. Probably what I'll do, see, next thing I'm going to do here, I don't see any more oil leaking. Next thing I'm going to do here is put the radiator on it, put some water in it, that way I can run it and heat it up, and get it warm, and then adjust the valves and such as that. Hey Bill, you know I'm just shooting a YouTube video, but since you're here, you want to tell the tubers goodbye? Because I hadn't...
You should have said 3 minutes.
Huh?
You should have said 3 minutes instead of 10 minutes. Didn't take me long.
You want to say bye to the YouTubers before we do this?
It's just a temporary goodbye.
Yeah.
Going back to Florida, warm up for the winter.
Yeah.
I'll probably be back.
He'll be back.
I'm sure I'll be back.
All right. This is going to be loud. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't set the valves yet.
Let me tell you what you need to do.
What's that?
You need to take that Corvette motor,
Yeah.
putting that Rambler.
Oh, and put this in the.
Oh, heck.
This in the. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea because that's a pretty
No.
smooth running motor. You make a good point there. Yeah.
That one sounds awesome.
It does, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is put the water pump on it and put that radiator in it, and we'll get some cooling in it, and that way I can bring it up to temperature, and then we can take the valve covers off. And I like to adjust my valves running. So.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's done it. Considering that the valves ain't really setting on, I mean, I couldn't ask for more. I don't have crankcase ventilation set up on it, so I get a little backflow out through the vent there. It will go over here and it'll draw off. The valve covers, the newer valve covers have a little PCV valve in there, and it sucks the backflow back in.
How do you remedy that?
You put a thing in right here, a vacuum thing.
Mm-hmm.
You run it to a PVC valve, and then you can run it. You can run it off of the carburetor, or some people will run it out of over off the valve cover. In this case, where I got, see, this is an open bolt right here, right into the manifold.
Okay.
So I can put it right there and put a PCV valve in it and run it right into the carburetor. What that does is it sucks the backflow from the oil back. So that's what that is. Not fatal.
Damn, that thing sounds good.
I'm so happy. I got it cranking, and it was leaking oil out the oil pan. I looked under it and it was missing 6 oil pan bolts.
But you forgot to put in?
Huh?
You did it?
No, Todd, kind of put it all together. But he must not have got around to putting the rest of the oil pan bolts in it. She's dripping out pretty good there.
She's 98% ready to go in.
Yeah, it's true. What I want to do is have it 100% ready. When I drop it in there, just pick it up, slide her over, drop her down in there. Of course, while I got it out, I'll redo that steering and all that.
Yeah. He's going hot rod.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, the Rambler is more of a kind of a daily driver kind of car, and that would give the Rambler lots of power. And it would give the Studebaker has more power than it will ever need for what you can keep on the road. So, I mean, you're right. If I put that in the Studebaker, put that Corvette motor in that Rambler, it'd be a smooth running engine for that car with plenty of power. And then this car that was a little bit rambunctious, this motor would fit right well in that Studebaker. So that's a good idea. I might go right down that road.
Have you ever looked at the suspension under that Studebaker?
Oh yeah.
With the rear?
Oh yeah. Have I ever lifted it?
Looked at it.
Looked at it? Oh yeah. It's like stock 32 Studebaker suspension, just about.
Yeah, because it feels like it when you take off hard.
Yeah. Well, it's going to. Anything that's made like that sits up that high it's gonna feel like it's just like driving a van. If you're driving a van, they kind of feel like that a little bit. See how much oil pressure I got. I'm gonna make noise.
Good oil pressure for idling.
Yeah. Might still have a little oil leak there. Might have to take that oil pan off and look at, well, it doesn't look like the timing chain cover's leaking, but definitely the oil pan's leaking right in the front there. So I might want to take that off and redo that whole thing, put a new seal in that timing chain cover while I'm at it. Put it all back on there. That's what I got it on the stand for, though.
You built the stand?
Huh?
You built the stand?
No, I bought this over in South Carolina. It was in a factory over there. And I think they had it set up for a diesel engine. I don't know if they ran generator off of it or what, but it had diesel filters and it had that big tank over there on it. I figured they was either running something like a generator or some kind of big pump off of it.
It worked out perfect for you, didn't it?
It worked out pretty good. I added this bit here for the engine to set on.
Hey,